When we think about medical breakthroughs, we usually picture the brilliant scientists and the dedicated doctors. But behind every single one of those discoveries is something else, something absolutely critical: the data. Clean, reliable, trustworthy data. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the unsung heroes who guard that truth.
So what is clinical data management, or CDM as you'll hear it called? Really, the best way to think about it is as a kind of guardianship, a solemn promise to protect the integrity, the truth of medical science. We're going to explore why that role is so incredibly important, look at the master plan they used to do it, and then walk through the entire process, from a study's very first idea to its final game-changing conclusion. Let's get into it. To really get what these guardians do, we have to start with their #1 mission. Pretty much everything in clinical data management comes back to this one core concept: data integrity. It's the bedrock. It's the foundation that all trust in medicine is built on.
See, this is about so much more than just collecting numbers and putting them in a spreadsheet. It is a whole discipline dedicated to ensuring every single piece of data, from the second it's recorded to the moment a statistician looks at it, is as high quality as it can possibly be. The whole point is to make that final data set totally, 100% trustworthy. And that's exactly why I love this phrase. It just captures the whole spirit of the job perfectly, doesn't it? They are the guardians, standing watch, making sure the very data that fuels medical science stays pure and true. And this isn't just a nice idea, it's serious business. The official Good Clinical Data Management Practices put it right out there. It says, and I'm quoting here, that getting new medicines approved is contingent upon a trust in the data. Think about that. Regulatory agencies have to have total confidence in the data's integrity. If there's no integrity, there's no confidence. And if there's no confidence, there's no new medicine. It's that simple.
All this hard work directly holds up 3 massive pillars of medical research. First, patient safety, because doctors need accurate information to make the right treatment decisions. Second, regulatory compliance, which is all about meeting those super strict standards we just talked about. And third, scientific validity, which just means making sure the research conclusions are actually sound and real. You know, this guardianship also extends to the actual people behind the data points. Protecting the integrity of the data goes hand in hand with protecting their privacy. And if there's a failure here, the consequences aren't abstract. They can cause real-world harm. We're talking about everything from deep personal embarrassment to being denied insurance or even facing discrimination at work.
Okay, so how in the world do these guardians pull off such a complex mission? Well, they don't just make it up as they go. Every single step, every action is guided by a master document. It's the blueprint for the entire study. This blueprint is called the Data Management Plan, or DMP. It really is a roadmap that spells out the entire journey for the data. And the key here is that it's a living document. It's drafted before even one patient joins the study, and it gets updated all the time to handle whatever unexpected things pop up. And this roadmap is incredibly specific. It spells out exactly who is responsible for what. It sets clear timelines and major milestones for the project. It details precisely how all the data will be handled. And, critically, it lays out all the quality control checks that are going to guarantee that integrity from day one to the very end.
All of this means the DMP is way more than just some internal guide. It's a formal, auditable contract. It's the official promise you make to regulators, and it basically says, here, this is exactly how we are going to protect this data.
All right, so we've got the blueprint in hand. Now let's actually walk the path. Let's follow that roadmap and see what the process looks like from the beginning of a study right through to the end. From a bird's eye view, the whole journey unfolds across 4 main phases. It kicks off with study startup. That's where the plan gets made. Then you move into the active part, data collection and processing. After that comes the really crucial phase of data cleaning and review. And finally, you get to the database lock and closeout, which is when the data is finalized and ready to go.
So during that collection phase, data is gathered on what are called case report forms, or CRFs. Now, traditionally, these were actual paper forms. As you can imagine, that meant someone had to manually type everything into a computer, which created a huge risk for typos and errors. Today, almost everyone uses electronic data capture, or EDC. That's where data is typed directly into a secure system in real time. which, as you can guess, cuts down on those mistakes dramatically.
So once the data's in the system, the real cleaning begins. Back in the day, this meant teams of people literally reading through endless pages of data listings looking for errors. I mean, talk about a needle in a haystack. While some of that manual review is still important, today the heavy lifting is done by programmed edit checks. These are automatic computer rules that can instantly flag things like missing information, values that are out of range, or answers that just don't make sense together. It's a huge shift from brute force to smart, automated oversight.
Okay, so we've seen the Guardian's role, we've looked at the blueprint, and we've walked through the process. But what is it all for? Let's connect all this meticulous, detailed work back to its ultimate and, frankly, life-changing purpose.
After all of that planning, all that processing, all that cleaning, the entire sprawling CDM process really delivers just one thing: a single, clean, pristine, high-quality dataset that is finally ready for the statisticians to analyze.
And that one thing creates this incredibly powerful chain reaction. High-quality data leads to reliable analysis. Reliable analysis leads to sound scientific conclusions. And those conclusions, well, those are what give us the trusted medicines and the medical breakthroughs that literally change the world. Every single link in that chain depends completely on the one that came before it. As science and technology keep racing forward, the future of medicine is going to be built on data sets that are more vast and more complex than we can even imagine. And that leaves us with one final critical question. Who will be there to guard the integrity of that data? Who will protect the truth behind the next big breakthrough? Well, now you know.